morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Tea. I'm your girl, Alex Shipman, and I'm joined by my amazing co-host, the one and only Courtney Revolution. What's going on, Courtney? Happy Friday. Are you ready?
Hello. Happy weekend. Happy Shambong Friday. I'm Courtney Revolution, y'all. Bam. Welcome to the Morning Tea. Girl, I'm good. I'm glad that we are just a few baton passes, I'll say, away from the finish line of this week. It's felt long. I saw Amanda in the chat before Leo hit it, and Amanda was talking about this week was long. So I can't do it. Girl, I'm ready for the weekend.
Isn't that when we have a short weekend, sometimes it feels that much longer? Like either it flies by or it's super long. And for some reason, this one felt extra long. So I think we can all agree that we're ready for the weekend. Courtney, do you have any plans? Anything you're looking forward to do this weekend?
Honestly, shout out to Amanda. Good morning, Amanda. Amanda saying #1 fan. Ooh, we love you, Amanda. And thank you, Amanda, because now we can remind everyone to like the video. Make sure that you share it. Share it with your friends, people that like the same celebs you do. Share the Morning Tea so we can grow the tea. I almost said tea community, but it's actually the tea tribe. Do all of the things. But Alex, I think this weekend what I really would like to do is finish Bling Empire, because I've only seen the first episode and I really want to dive into that. There's a lot of good stories coming out about them. And also, I need to catch up on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City before that reunion comes out. Those are my plans. What you doing?
Wait, Courtney, I saw a reunion. I know you don't watch Real Housewives of Orange County, but you just brought it up. T-Tribe, if any of you saw part 1 of the Real Housewives of Orange County, just let me know your thoughts. I know, Courtney, it's hard because we can't chat about it, but it was good. Miss Bronwyn, I know you've heard her
I was
in the headlines. Bronwyn is under a lot of fire. Kelly, I mean, every single cast member, Shannon, is getting in trouble as, you know, the reunion works out. And Andy Cohen, you gotta love Andy Cohen because he has worked with these women for so many years and he really knows how to handle it. Like, he'll just scream like he is just a man of the jungle when he wants to get everyone's attention. He does it so well. So you got to give him credit to putting up with all these women for so many years. Don't you think?
Yeah, honestly, to your point, going back to Andy, he does the Married to Medicine reunions as well. Y'all know I love me some Married to Medicine. And those women, they get wild. There's a lot of heavily layered drama there. So there's loud screaming, backstage drama. And Andy really, that's probably the closest I've seen to Andy being like, I'm going to actually lose it. Because he got to wrangle them in, girl. He always got to wrangle them. It's like me, girl. Sometimes you let me talk too much, girl. I'll be talking to 3 miles down the road. You got to reel me back on in, girl. So Andy's really good at that.
Yeah, he really is. And so we saw a lot of that on the Real Housewives of Orange County reunion. But I am excited to chill this weekend. I finished Your Honor. Remember I told you about that show. So part 7 is done. T-Tribe, if you've seen Your Honor, of course, let us know in the chat what you thought about this ending. I can't wait for season 2. A lot of good stuff. I want to catch up on Bling Empire. I'm on episode 3. So I'm my way through, but it's good, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that it's something different. I've been feeling like TV's been stagnant for me for a period of time, and I feel like lately I've really been able to sink my teeth into new stuff, and Bling Empire definitely is up there. So if y'all haven't seen it yet, this is not sponsored, by the way, because I know we've been talking about it for 3 days now. Just make sure y'all check it out because it's good. We just like it.
Exactly. And good morning to Miss Tamara Young. She says, yay. Good morning, T-Tribe fan. Oh, she's loving my top. Thank you very much, Zara, Tamara. So appreciate the love. And
yes, I got a shirt just like that. I haven't worn her yet. I have a shirt that's just like that. Black with a little chain moment, girl. I wish, girl, you should have let me know, girl. We could have been Tia to Mary Kay and Ashley, girl. Next time.
I think it's a little Versace-esque, but it's Zara, so it's affordable Versace. It's what we're doing here today.
I think mine is ASOS, girl. I'm right there with you.
Hey, I brought out my fancy top for Friday. It is Fancy Friday on the Morning Tea. But I'm excited to head into the weekend. So I wanted to look nice for everyone. But if you're just joining us, Tea Tribe, of course, let us know in the chat, where are you watching the morning tea from this morning? We love to hear all the exciting places. Shout out to Christian, says good morning and good evening from Denmark, Tea Tribe. I watch my favorite tea show, The Morning Tea from Copenhagen, Denmark. Alex and Courtney, you look gorgeous and have a good Shambong Friday. Aw, Christian, thank you. Very sweet.
Christian.
Positivity. Yes. Shout out to Danielle, who says she is having a couple cups of wine this weekend. Thanking God for just being here, especially with all of the car hackings and shootings in Chicago. Wow, Danielle, so sorry to hear all of that. Please
stay safe and lock your doors, y'all.
Yes. Julesy plans for work break just in time to catch some tea today. So thank you, Julesy, for joining us. Yes. All right. Well, everyone, let us know in the chat. What are you doing this weekend? Anything fun, exciting, celebrating anything? We love to hear it. And while you're doing that, let me break down what we have on the show today. We have a lot of tea to spill. We have Bachelor's Victoria Larson's mugshot was leaked. This is interesting. We'll tell you about the Queen Victoria and what she's been up to in the past. Also, JoJo Siwa may be trying to tell her fans some very important news. We're going to tell you about that story. Then Olivia Jade is returning to YouTube. And we'll let you know all about that. Then Camila Cabello, Cinderella, is getting pushed back. So production has been pushed back. Selena and Chef is premiering, however. So season 2 is coming, and we'll tell you all about that. We're also talking about new music from Sabrina Carpenter. And of course, we know that little, the drama behind that. So Sabrina has responded in a beautiful song. Then Billie Eilish and Rosalia is coming. There's a funny story behind this song with Billie's family. Her mom and dad are actually involved somehow. So we'll tell you about that. As well as a new track from Jason Derulo and Adam Levine that we know is going to be all over TikTok by probably the end of the show. And then Behind the Car Jenner Gate, discussing the latest on Kendall Jenner and Devin Booker, as well as Kylie Jenner's old teacher coming out to talk about her and little Stormy. And finally, for our own tea story of the day, we're discussing Megan Thee Stallion's response to the news that dropped yesterday about Tory Lanez getting the charges dropped. It wasn't true, and Megan wasn't happy, so we'll tell you all about that. So stay tuned for that later on in the show, because we have a lot to discuss. Courtney, are you ready? You have your tea. Let's pour up this hot water and get into it.
Alex, we got a couple things that we got to do before we get into the tea. First, girl, we got to sing. We got to talk to some people. We got to do a couple things. First, we have to say good morning to Travis. You know Travis is here. Hey, Travis. Travis is saying good morning, Alex and Court and Tea Tribe. My friends and I are going to have a Reputation streaming party all weekend. Yes! Y'all know I'm ... ready for it. And Travis is also saying Bridgerton is renewed. Yes, and I'm very happy about that. Still haven't finished it, but I'm going to get to that, Alex. I might need to add that to my list, actually, because she was getting real scandalous. Also, we have to blow out the candles for Wesley. Because Wesley is saying for this weekend, I'll be celebrating my 27th birthday, aka my first birthday in a pandemic. Hope it's the last one. Wesley was in a video for my own birthday, so we have to sing happy birthday to Wesley. You want to count it down, Alex? And I'll just try to, do the background vocals.
All right. Okay. 6, 7, 8.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Wesley. What the F would we do without you, Wesley? You and me, Alex too, and the T. Thanks, Wesley. Happy birthday. Yes!
For you, Wesley. Happy birthday. We hope you do something fun, or maybe watch a little movie and have some fun this weekend. So cheers to you. And let's do this. Let's begin.
Cheers.
Our tea. Cheers.
Oh, that's just
All
right
right.
today.
So you know how this works. We kick off the show with You Missed It. These are all the stories you may have missed overnight, but don't worry, Courtney and I handle all the trending tea for you. And first up, we're talking about The Bachelor's Victoria Larson. May not be as perfect as she would like us to believe. So E! News has obtained documents that detail Victoria's arrest for shoplifting back in 2012. The site recalls that she was caught stealing 25 items from a Publix grocery store in Tallahassee, Florida. She was seen placing items into a reusable bag in her cart, and then when she tried to check out, forgot to scan those items. Cameras caught her trying to make off with around 25 different things, including groceries and makeup. From there, she was caught and arrested. Victoria didn't admit to the shoplifting at the time, which landed her in county jail, and with a mugshot that is now making its rounds on the internet. Victoria ended up pleading no contest to the petite theft charges against her and served 6 months probation. She now runs her own business called Jet Set Glow, as well as a beauty line called Vicky Larson Beauty. So this may be some cathartic news for some after Queen Victoria pulled into an early lead for villain on this season of The Bachelor. When the mugshot resurfaced yesterday, Victoria posted a photo to Instagram with the caption, quote, "Me when I get hate DMs. If someone is taking the time to come onto my page and consume my content and then say I suck, I don't think it's a reflection on me. I think it's a reflection on them." That's she also quoted Gary Vee in that within that caption. So what do you make of all this news, Courtney? I know you caught one episode of The Bachelor. Bachelor Nation has a lot of feelings about Victoria, who is the villain of the season. She's doing a lot. So much that people even thought she was a plant by ABC, that she was an actress. That she is that extra. What do you think about this news?
Firstly, I want to say sorry, Bachelor Nation, but I thoroughly enjoyed Miss Queen Victoria when I saw her on that first episode, and the reason why is because from what I saw, Alex, she brought a lot of life to the show, and you need that kind of personality in the mix, or else things get boring. Shout out to Amanda. We see you, Amanda, and that cake is looking real good. If you're celebrating a birthday or you know someone who is, happy birthday to them. I don't think that they should, like, why are we talking about her mugshot now? Did she steal from the Bachelor house? Did she steal some soaps? You know, the Swifties was stealing soaps out of Taylor Swift's bathroom, Taylor told us, girl. Were they stealing? Was she stealing? I don't think that matters now.
Last episode, things got really heated and Victoria was leading the charge. A lot of Bachelor Nation doesn't like her. You know, it's natural. This happens every season. There is a villain. Victoria is the queen villain this season. So they want to show who she really is. So someone found this mugshot. And now she's going to have to live with that news that everyone knows. But I don't think Victoria will care. Knowing what
I'll say this. No, you finish, Alex. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, just in general, we know that, like, haters are not going to bother her. She's above all of this in her mind.
I enjoyed the clapback. I thought it was a very classy clapback. You know how a lot of other reality stars, they'll get down and dirty in the mess and drag and embarrass people. She just, put up a cute picture of herself and said, she's moving on. That was then and this is now, and you don't have to like me, but I'm on The Bachelor and that's why you're at home as a viewer. You know what I mean? So I just like the fact that she is seemingly owning it. She's not denying anything, Yeah.
Crazy. All right. Well, speaking of not denying anything, let's move on to this next news because a lot of fans are saying that possibly JoJo Siwa low-key came out of the closet after a series of TikToks, Instagram posts, and social media moves have surfaced from the teen influencer. So speculation started when JoJo shared this video to her TikTok, a multicolored lip sync to Lady Gaga's Born This Way, where JoJo emphasizes the lines, quote, "No matter gay, straight, or bi, lesbian, transgender life, I'm on the right track, baby. I was born to survive." So fans took this video to be JoJo's way of coming out, and her subsequent actions online since then have only supported this case. So JoJo was spotted liking an article link on Twitter for Teen Vogue's story. Quote, fans think JoJo Siwa came out as queer. She also retweeted her TikTok from Anastasia Golovashkina, who also captioned the post. Quote, JoJo Siwa is on the right track. She was born this way. Friends and fans alike have been posting about this nonstop, with some congratulating her for the news. James Charles, Kent Boyd, and even her brother Jaden all posted on their social accounts about JoJo's own posts. So far, there has been no, confirmation from JoJo herself, but everyone seems to be on the same page. What do you think of these hints that JoJo has been leaving her fans? If she is trying to hint at her sexual orientation, why do you think she's kind of tiptoeing around this and chose to do it this way?
Firstly, I want to say, Alex, that I know that maybe some people watching this might be like, why are we talking about this? Or like, she didn't exactly say, this is the story with me. And right. I also was a little bit iffy, like, should we talk about this? But I think it's important to talk about, especially once her brother sort of chimed in and showed his support, that in itself was kind of like a confirmation. JoJo is kind of passively confirming things, and that's okay. There's not exactly a right or wrong way to come out, but maybe as we move forward and evolve, coming out doesn't have to be such a big deal. It doesn't have to be such a parade. It really can be as simple as, girl, the born this way, tick to the top, girl, and there's your answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, completely. I also want to mention she did another video with Pride House on TikTok with Gary Clayton and Kent Boyd, who we spoke there, Molly Gray. So there were a lot of kind of pieces of content to support this idea. But just like you said, there is no right or wrong way to do this. I want to kind of emphasis on the fact that this is, to share like the positive side of these stories and the support and love she's receiving out of this bravery is something that's so great, which is why I think we wanted to share this story to kind of show that, just like you said, there is no wrong or right way to do this, but let's highlight that people are showing love and support. Let's highlight the positive side of this rather than
and
stories. Because not everyone's story.
Alex, exactly. Honestly, everyone's story is not like that, because mine certainly is not. I think that it's important just for the fact of visibility. Not every kid, but kids enjoy her, and her thing has always sort of been be your own person, be outside the box, live loud and proud, etc., etc., etc. So maybe it's not so outside of her brand, and that's why it wasn't so huge of a deal. Either way, I'm supporting JoJo Siwa. Leave that little girl alone, or you will be tagged and dragged. JoJo, we got your back, and the next time we're able to be in person at VidCon, I will see you there, girl. Girl, I ever told you about the time I saw JoJo Siwa at VidCon? That's a tall girl. JoJo Siwa would stomp me out, y'all. Y'all know I'm only about 5'5". Like, she's tall.
I have interviewed JoJo before. She is very tall. Very beautiful girl inside and out. She is very intelligent, well-spoken. So I'm excited for her. But, until she fully confirms it, this is just a positive step, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. And if she doesn't, that's okay too. One, there's no right or wrong way to do it, as you said. Okay.
It's like I say, live your life, American Eagle. I always say that, Alex. You know how the American Eagle badge used to say live your life on it? In case y'all were confused, that's why I always say that. I've been saying that for like 2 years, and no one ever probably knew what I was talking about. But that's how I feel.
Keep doing you, JoJo. JoJo with the bobo. All right, let's move on. I love it. I love that her name rhymes with Bo. Like, that's so easy. I mean, her brand is pretty powerful. Okay. Moving on to someone that's trying to bring her brand back. Olivia Jade has made her return to YouTube since the admission scandal, posting to the platform yesterday. Olivia shared a vlog featuring her mother, Lori Loughlin, who was just released from jail recently after serving 2 months. In the video, Olivia references her absence and what to expect from her videos moving forward. She said, quote, "I think if you have any questions for me or you have anything to say or you're like, why are you back? You can go watch that interview. I think that kind of disclosed what I thought I needed to say on there." She is, of course, referencing the interview she did on Red Table Talk, where she talks about the admission scandal and how her family has been affected by it. Olivia also added to the video, which features a clip of her and her mother dancing together, an explanation, or she said right after that all these videos that you just saw in the reel happened before COVID. So we don't know necessarily whether this was after the release or before the release, but take a look at what she had to say here.
I think what I was trying to get across was that I felt like the thing I wanted to do the most was apologize for so long, and I felt like I got to do that at Red Table. And so although I can't change the past, I can change how I act and what I do going forward.
So that portion you see right there, Olivia added after the fact. So she had filmed a vlog and then didn't like the original quote I just said, and she wanted to clarify that she wasn't being dismissive. She just wanted to explain herself. So that was added in post. She also added that she doesn't want to continue rehashing the past for her own mental sanity, and that while she's not trying to dismiss what happened, as I just said, she's going to try and move forward from the past on her blog. So what do you think of this news, Courtney and T-Tribe?
I think that after everything that we have been through with this situation with Aunt Becky and Olivia Jade, that Olivia Jade doesn't understand the definition of white privilege. Alex, I feel like, how dare you take part in a scam knowingly, and then go and cry at a table with Black people about how, we should feel sorry for her. And then your parents can't even complete their full sentence. Massimo, y'all, in case y'all don't know, Massimo is over here trying to fight the court so that he could do the rest of his sentence at home. That's how privileged, that's what he feels he deserves, after scamming. And how incredibly tone deaf of Olivia to think that it would be okay at this point in time, while we are in the midst of a pandemic, to come and spew out some BS. It is just completely and terribly tone deaf. And I truly wish that she would go away, not in terms of in a life sense, but I wish that she would take a good 5 years to really mature and come back so transformed that we don't even recognize her. And I mean from the inside, Alex. It just appears as though there's not a lot going on upstairs. Frozen peas for brains, if you will. I don't like it.
Right. No, I agree. I'm interested to hear kind of who's advising her to do this right now. I think a social media hiatus, which she did take, but I just don't know if this is necessarily the right move at this time. I understand, because she said in this video, that this is her passion and this is something she really enjoys doing. However, I think you said this before, Courtney. If vlogging and having a YouTube channel is your passion, I know she was really interested in beauty and all of that. What about redirecting the focus and showing your growth from this experience? And like you said, doing something positive, sharing some positive content to help others that may be going through similar experiences. I don't know if there's a lot of people going through similar experiences, but you understand what I'm saying. Like, learn from the past, growing from the past, some sort of like growth vlog series could be a way to go.
Alex, why she can't work behind the camera? Why do we have to see her? Why can't she not manage, but why can't she like help out younger, smaller creators, and we don't know about it and we don't see her? and she provides
Yeah.
content ideas, and we never know. We never find out until it's in her book when she turned 35. After we don't hear from her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to see her. And the reason why is because she's going to be fine regardless. Whether she has a YouTube channel or not, her future is already going to still be rather pristine. You get what I'm saying? But I just feel like if this were like Chloe and Halle, that scammed girl, we wouldn't hear from them girls ever again. You know what I mean? It makes me feel itchy. I need some calamine lotion.
I think at the end of the day, it just comes off a little disingenuous. When you watch it, it just doesn't feel right. And I don't know if that's because we are still kind of living through it, or if it'll just never feel right. You know what I mean?
Olivia gonna put a poll on her YouTube channel and say, when should I officially come back? And then you just comment, it just doesn't feel right. Just all caps. It doesn't feel right, Olivia.
I don't know. You know what I mean? At this point, I think she should be making better choices. But not to say she should never come back to YouTube if that's her passion, but I don't know. Let's move.
We're ending scammer talk.
So much content over the past year. We have more news related to delayed upcoming releases. Posting to the official Instagram page, the Camila Cabello lead recent remake of Cinderella is going to be pushed back to a summer release. So the post reads, quote, "Your invitation awaits. Hashtag Cinderella movie comes to theaters July 2021. The new official date for release is July 16th. The studio releasing the film, Sony, has also announced other movies in its upcoming schedule to be pushed back as well. Filming for Cinderella wrapped last October and will star such names as Idina Menzel, Billy Porter, and Pierce Brosnan. Why do you think the studio continues to push the premiere for these films back amidst, the pandemic rather than attempt kind of streaming strategy?"
I think that because Camila's name is attached to it, they want to make it like a big thing. There's a lot of names on there. Camila, Billy Porter, you said Idina. You know I love me some Idinta! Her name's not Idinta, but I love to put T's in names. And she's very nice and very lovely in person and treats customer service representatives very nice. So shout out to Idina. Still will not support the film, Alex, but I wish that they would put it on Disney Plus so that the boys and girls of the world can view it and get their lives. Are y'all excited? Is it not going to Disney Plus? I thought it was going to Disney Plus, y'all. Is it not going to Disney Plus? Because Mr. Makeshift is saying it's Sony, so it's not going to Disney Plus.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense if it is Sony behind it. But I will say that I do understand working in production on that side of it, not being able to create a piece of art to like the level of quality you want to create. So I understand the pandemic and everything, having a crew of 5 to 10, and you may not be able to accomplish what you sought out to do. I understand pushing it back. You know what I mean? Coming from the production hat side of my mind. I know fans are really looking forward to this, and there are ways to still release it, as in streaming platforms and all of that. But I understand why they want to push back.
I wonder, Alex, if movies that come out exclusively on streaming, do they do as well as a theater release? Like, how did Mulan do, y'all? Because y'all know I said I was going to wait and I didn't get to Mu yet. But she certainly wasn't getting 30 of my dollars. I wonder, maybe that's why they're like, there's not money to be made by making it exclusively streamable.
I believe I read a report where money was lost. I think at the way beginning, at the height of it, when everyone was, had nothing to do and was just seeking out content to watch, maybe there was a little spike, but at this point, there is so much content to consume, it's overwhelming. So maybe they want to wait for in-person theater watching, which who knows what that will be, but I do understand pushing it back a bit.
Are y'all going to the theater? Like, even if they say, like, we good, y'all going to the movie theater forgive me, Alex, just to be honest and transparent, I'm not going to the movie theater once it's over,
What?
whenever that is. I'm staying home. Are y'all going to
What?
see Camila and Cinderella in the theater?
Well, what about Courtney? If it's social distancing, they sell a lot less tickets, and you have to wear your mask the whole time. Would you go?
Okay, that's not a bad option, Alex.
Right?
But versus home, no mask. I'm sprawled out on my glamorous sectional, and maybe I put a little money to the side. I prepared for it so I could spend the 30 and my own snacks. Like, you know what I mean?
I get it. It's a lot cheaper.
It's an
It's a
option,
lot
though.
more comfortable, but it is an option. T-Tribe, let us know. Would you check it out if, the appropriate guidelines were being followed? I don't know if I want to watch a 2-hour movie with my mask on. I like your story better. I think I just want to be on my couch.
Shout out to Shania. Shania saying, good morning, my two favorite people. My son, Gray, says hi. Good morning, Gray. It's so good to see you, and thanks for watching.
Good morning, Gray. Happy Friday. Well, Gray, you may like this next news if you're a Selena Gomez fan, because Selena and Chef just premiered its second season on HBO Max, and we already have some hijinks in the kitchen. The first episode features celebrity chef Curtis Stone teaching Selena how to make the perfect steak. He spoke to Extra about the experience and where Selena, who is notoriously clumsy in the kitchen on the show, is in her journey as a chef. Curtis said, quote, her knife skills scares me. Or her knife skills scared me. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I think her cooking skills are growing. That's the important part. They're on the incline. She's developing into quite a good cook. So Selena and Chef Season 2 already has 3 episodes out now on HBO Max, with the rest of the season to premiere over the next couple of weeks. What did you think of Curtis's evaluation of Selena's knife skills? And have you seen Season 2 yet? Or any of the episodes?
I haven't seen Season 2 yet, Alex, but you already know I'm excited about Selena and Chef because I very much enjoyed that first season. And I can't cook, so I very much feel like I'm Selena whenever I'm in the kitchen, unless I'm baking. I make a good cake, girl. But making a steak, that's not gonna happen. Now, Selena and them knife skills, girl, you need to be careful, girl. We don't want to hear no reports that you done cut a pinky off, because that'll be very sad news. But I am excited to see sort of her skills develop. What I think would be interesting at some point down the line is, would we ever see or be interested in Alex and T-Tribe, instead of Selena and Chef, Selena and you, or Selena and me, where it's like a fan. They do a series where it's Selena teaching a fan how to cook, and because she's become so good at what she's learned. That's interesting. Down the line, though.
Yeah. I just want to say that if you saw the little highlight reel that Selena posted on her Instagram of all the mess ups, I mean, she's just one of us. Like, it is so relatable watching her in the kitchen. So I understand knife skills are hard. It's cute that he said that. And yeah, definitely. I think Selena and Fan would work well, but she still needs a little training before we can do that.
A long way to go.
Alive. No, but she looks beautiful. Whoever her glam, or she looks great also. So
looks well rested.
Yes, yeah, look good, healthy. I love it. Okay, let's move on to this music news, because Sabrina Carpenter surprised fans yesterday with a new music drop. Sabrina posted a cryptic Instagram video yesterday with the text "Tonight" written across it. Turns out the tease was for her new single "Skin," which dropped to much fanfare from across the internet. This comes in the wake of some of her fellow Disney stars, Olivia Rodrigo and Joshua Bassett, also releasing new music recently. Many fans are seeing this song as the completion of a trilogy that tells a dramatic little story in of itself. There's also news related to her representation, because many fans are speculating that she moved to Island Records after she started to follow the label on Instagram. They're saying this is the first single from Island. And Island Records also posted the song snippet to their Twitter account. So she is, however, still signed to Hollywood Records as of now. So we don't know what's going on there. But let's talk about the song, because The lyrics say a lot. This is good timing. It's a great song. What do you think, Courtney?
Alex, I have, girl, it's been a long road between the fans and Sabrina Carpenter. And I feel like now she's finally getting the not the type of attention, but the amount of attention I feel like she deserves. This girl can sing. Like, put the little Girl Meets World show to the side. Put all that stuff to the side. Sabrina Carpenter sings down, period. And she has put out work before, and I feel like she didn't really, like, she had Sweetie on the song, and people, they just are not listening. Now they're listening. And this was great. Because even if Sabrina, she probably don't even care about Olivia Rodrigo, but she saw an opportunity. Like I've been saying, she saw an opportunity. You put the song out. If it's about Olivia or not, who really cares? Because the fans are going to run with it, which they already are on Twitter. Viral tweets galore about how Joshua Bassett is not worth the fighting over. And now people are talking. There's like a buzz about her again. And I'm excited. Either way, good luck to all three. And Alex and T Tribe, of the three songs, which one do you like the most? Lie, 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 Joshua Bassett, Driver's License, Olivia Rodrigo, and Skin, Sabrina Carpenter. For me, I think Lie, Lie, Lie is my favorite, with Skin as a very close second. Sabrina did that.
Listen, I don't know if I could pick a favorite. I think they're all equally great. Of course, because Driver's License came out first, I feel like I lean towards that. But I agree with you. Lie, Lie, Lie was a great follow-up. And then Skin dropping and having the same blonde lyric that Olivia put in. I mean, a lot of kind of the writing is purposeful, it seems. But who knows? I mean, Sabrina and her team could be so smart that Sabrina kind of wrote this years ago and just kind of re-edited some of the lyrics to make this narrative work. It's genius. I love it all going on. I don't wish heartbreak on anyone. I want them all to be happy and find love. But unfortunately, that life doesn't work like that sometimes. So, like you said, Sabrina has been here for a while. She's very talented. She deserves success, and maybe this is the song to bring her there. So, good for her.
Alex, can we take a trip in the time machine just briefly? Because I know the show is only an hour long.
I know.
Does it feel just a pinch like Hilary Duff, Lindsay Lohan, Aaron Carter? Doesn't it feel just a little bit like that? Just a little, it gives me that feeling. I just want to go and open up a Tiger Beat, girl, and read a little cheesy interview. Like, I want to. This was good drama. Shout out to Disney for giving us this.
Exactly. This is the we need it, but we appreciate it. So, love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, something else that we are appreciating right now is Billie Eilish and Rosalia dropped their new single, Lo Va Olvidar, yesterday and revealed some interesting facts behind the music. Speaking to Zane Lowe for Apple Music, Billie explained how she and Rosalia wrote most of the song back in 2019. She went on to say, quote, "We didn't get back to it until literally last year, 2020. And so that was mid-quarantine. We're just like, yeah, let's work on this song. Because in our heads, we were going to put it out in the summertime. I just was like, it needs something else. We wrote it, the whole song was done, except we needed this last line." Now the duo ended up turning to Billie's family for help, enlisting her brother Phineas, his girlfriend, and their parents Maggie and Patrick. The whole family helped to write the final verses for the single over the dinner table. So what do you think of this story, Courtney and T-Tribe? And did you enjoy the song?
The song was cute. It was something expected. I'll say that. But I think it's interesting that Billie had some help. You know, for me personally, Alex, when I create, the most I'll have anyone do is like press the take picture button and that's it. But like making videos or like making music, like girl, when no one is home, that's just how I roll. But not everyone is like that. A lot of people, you know, rely on their village, and I think that it makes Billie appear to be a little more down to earth, that she still has like her family, you know, when needed, offer opinion, and it works. So this is a great song. But to be honest, in the back of my mind, I want Billie to give us, and this is in my imagination, y'all know how I do. I want Billie to give us like a David Guetta, like a Tiesto, like a Armin van
Yeah,
Buren. I think that Billie has a voice that's really suited for EDM and house music. But right now
right.
she's doing the superstar thing, so I get that. But girl, once the new Billie has come in maybe about 3 or 4 years, girl, she'll go and do a David Guetta album, girl, and we gonna eat it up. And gays, we gonna be twirling in the club. We just gotta wait. I'm waiting on you, Miss Billie, because that's the future.
I think that's a great idea. That would be a really, really cool collab. Something we definitely need. I also think it's, when I heard this story, it reminded me that Billie lived, and I may still live, she told me on that, in her family's home. Um, she's still only 18 years old, right?
Yeah.
And I get that sometimes. And to have, we can all relate being at home with family or friends or your roommates, whoever you live, and wanting to finish something and just kind of turning
Yeah.
to that. Like, what do you think? Both of our parents work in the industry, so it makes sense. But I hear you, Courtney. I'm just like you. I am too much of like type A to let anyone involved. But I do understand wanting to collaborate and being inspired by other people. And I think that's really cool that she finds that in her family, like in her own inner circle.
Listen, whoever helps me get to the bag, I will accept the help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Billie is like, you want more millions? Mom and dad, get in this bedroom and help me finish this. Y'all know Espanol? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love that. My mom and dad would be like, let us help you. And I'm like, no, I've got it. Billie's like, help me. And they're like, oh, they all just run in.
Another cool part of this interview, Billie told Zane Lowe that Rosalia wanted to sing some of it in English. And Billie's like, no, the Spanish is so beautiful. Like, you have to sing it in Spanish. And Billie basically said that growing up, foreign music, like even if she didn't know the language, Russian, I think she said French, other languages, she loved listening to music in other languages. And so she always wanted to kind of, she was inspired by it. So maybe this was something she wanted to do for a while.
An artist.
Artist. All right. Speaking of artists, we got another collab happening today. Jason Derulo teamed up with Adam Levine for a new single, Lifestyle. Dropped yesterday, actually. The new song is already being looked at for its TikTok potential. Both Jason and Adam sing about the high roller life, referencing such hits as Rihanna's Diamonds and Future's F Up Commas on the track. They also released a dance video to go along with the new song as well, as we know that Mr. Derulo is the king of TikTok. What do you think of this new song, and do you think this has the chance to really pop off on TikTok?
You know, let me say this, Alex. No Jason Derulo slander can be accepted here. And the reason why is because Jason Derulo, mind his business, put out a song here or there, and then spends the rest of his time on TikTok, as far as we see. You know, he's not really in drama. He's not really problematic. He just mind his business and put out a great big world music, is what I call it. Like, I feel like you could hear Jason Derulo in a club here, and then maybe you could go out of the country and hear him there. Like, all of his music lately, especially, is not really genre or like area specific. It's always like these big world kind of songs, like how Pitbull was putting out the big world songs, or like Flow Rida, the three of them. Imagine the three of them get together, Pitbull, Flow Rida. Oh, the hits. But this is a great song, and once you put Adam Levine on it, it definitely has mainstream radio billboard potential. So I like it, and I liked the dance video as well.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Derulo is an amazing dancer. He's really found his kind of niche, even though he was a star before TikTok. Like, he really kind of collaborates with a lot of the big creators on TikTok. Like, he loves doing it. So to have another song go viral, we can only expect this song will do very well on TikTok. That he also pairs it with a dance video. He's already like, here's the choreography, like just go do it. You know, he's already like, here's everything. Wonderful. Here's my music. So good for him. And interesting collab, Adam Levine and Jason Derulo. You know, I wouldn't normally put them together, but kind of cool.
What's Adam Levine and Maroon 5 up to? I feel like I haven't heard from them since Adam took his clothes off at the Super Bowl. Like I can't name a song that they've done after the Super Bowl. I don't want that to happen to The Weeknd. I may not be his biggest fan, but I don't want him to like fade away into Super Bowl halftime obscurity after this show. We need the haunted stripper music.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, it is time to get to our favorite family. We are coming to a close. Oh my God. Beep, beep. I'm here at the gate. Let me in. Talk about our car journey.
Alrighty. If you guys are all set for all of the tea from behind the Car Jenner gates, be sure to turn your volumes down for Car Jenner Tea Time! Hello to everyone in my studio, which is no one, just myself. I'm going to pour myself a champagne while you tell the story, Alex.
Yes. All right. So we're talking about Kendall Jenner's love life because Kendall Jenner is keeping her man wanting more after posting a series of bikini pics to her Instagram story on Wednesday. She caught the eye of Devin Booker, who ended up reposting one himself with, woo, I don't know, is that, woo? Like, what is, how would you pronounce that, Courtney? W-H-E-W.
Girl, that's woof. Ooh, she's so hot.
Well, I know he's implying, but I would read that as phew. Either way, you can't blame him. Kendall looks very fit in the photo. Definitely something to start sweating over. The man is sweating. Kendall and Devin have had a famously "are they, aren't they" thing going for a while now. First linking up last April and continuing to pop up together since then. All sources, however, do point towards this being a very casual thing still. What do you think of these two and their funny Instagram stories? Do you like this couple, Courtney?
To be honest, I don't really feel a particular way in any direction, but I am glad that Kendall seemingly minds her business and is staying out of scandals. Not that she's like diving into scandals, but you know how there's always mess in the background with the family, and she's just over here, you know, seemingly hanging with Devin Booker, and she looks great in that photo. That really did deserve the woo. She was looking hot. Anything that's not the Pepsi ad, I'm pretty much a fan of when it comes to Miss Kendall Jenner. So shout out to Kenny with the good legs.
Yeah, she looks great. I also really admire how, for some reason, out of all of the Car Jenner family, she's really able to keep her relationships like on the down low. Like the media will spot it, but then it's always this kind of guessing game. Even when she was like with Harry Styles, I feel like this went on for a while. And she's, as we know, a little bit more private. So I'm sure Devin wants to show off this. I mean, if I was dating Kendall Jenner, I'd want to show off Kendall also. So I wonder what he's thinking. Like, does he want this to be as private as she does? You know?
I wonder what goes through Devin Booker's. Alex, do you think that in order to date one of these women, you feel the responsibility to constantly show them off in order to like bat away other potential suitors that may be like thirsting for Kenny in the DMs or down the street in the neighborhood or what have you? Is that why men that are involved with them do so much? Because they want to remind people like, we're talking.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe, but I think on, Kendall's end, it's like, I forget until we're reminded. And that's what I like about, her relationships. It's not all in your face. You're wanting more. And then it probably, just like you said, kind of keeps all the ladies off Devin too. Because they don't, right?
Yeah, they feel sometimes it may, I can't speak for women, but it may feel like I don't even want to compete with a Car Jenner if Devin's attention is, or whoever's attention is on them, you know?
Exactly.
Very interesting, that Car Jenner effect. I'm gonna take my champagne, girl.
Yes. Why don't we cheers? Cheers to
cheers, girl. Yum.
All right. So Kylie Jenner is getting more gold stars in class because Kylie's former homeschool teacher, Tiffany Soria, recently spoke to news outlets about how Kylie is progressing as a mother and about little Stormy as well. So Tiffany said, quote, Kylie's super hands-on with Stormy. She's protective over her. She doesn't want a lot of pictures posted unless it's by her, of course. Now, the homeschool teacher also added that Stormy is definitely a super smart, almost 3-year-old. She went on to discuss what may be a good option for Kylie in terms of Stormy's education and future. She said, quote, I do think about when Stormy is ready to go to school, whether she chooses homeschool or regular school, and how amazing it would be for novel education to help Stormy in any way she needs. Considering the fact that I was her mother's teacher, I remember when Kylie was a teenager, so the fact that she's older now and has a daughter and all that, it's really cool. It makes me feel old, but it's really cool to think about it. So, what do you think about these admissions from Tiffany? And do you think Kylie will homeschool Stormy?
I want to say that one of my favorite things about Kylie is the fact that she is a mother, and I enjoy watching her. I won't say we don't see her mother, Stormy, per se, but I do enjoy the YouTube videos where you get to see them interact. And Stormy is so well behaved and polite, and I really do enjoy that. I'm seeing that in children. You know, you see young kids
Yeah.
these days, and they're real sassy. And Stormy just seems to really have manners, is what it is. I love a good manner girl. I
Yeah.
think that Kylie may homeschool Stormy. I think that it definitely is a good option. The Kar Jenners are just too hot in the spotlight today. Who knows? Maybe by the time Stormy reaches freshman year of high school, they might come to a different decision depending on where they are as a family in pop culture. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I agree. I know that Keeping Up with the Kardashians started pretty early into Kendall and Kylie's life, so they probably had to homeschool them in order to, with production schedules and all of that. I do agree that Kylie does seem very protective of Stormy, and she wants the best for her. So we'll see. I I obviously wasn't homeschooled, but those that are homeschooled, have very different opinions on whether it's good for people or it's bad for people. So anyway, all in all, we'll just see. We will just see.
Yeah, we're going
Right?
to find out. What y'all going to do, Kylie?
Right now, everyone's being homeschooled. So now it's just normal. So until we're done with this, she starts school anytime soon, she's going to be homeschooled.
She'll be in the
Okay,
wing.
Yes. All right, let's get into our own two story of the day because we are cutting it close. Some tough news going on. Megan Thee Stallion can't seem to catch a break. Yesterday, news outlets jumped on a story that the charges against Tory Lanez were being dropped from LA's Superior Court. The news itself turned out to be misinformed, with the court docket not being completed yet. Currently, Tory Lanez is still being charged with assault against Megan. This did not sit well with Megan, though, as she took to Twitter to speak out against the narrative that tried to get pushed out. Megan wrote, quote, at this point, I'm getting annoyed. I stopped believing everything you read on the MF internet. Imagine how I feel waking every day, seeing people lie and turn my trauma into a joke. That whole team figures out ways to create doubt with my story every week, and the media eats it up. So, this was merely the first in a series of tweets related to the news, pushing back against criticism of her allegations against Tory. Megan did not hold back when it comes to her feelings on the matter. She ended up wrapping the Twitter session with an admission of how this entire situation has affected her mental health. While everything has been weighing on her in relation to the traumatic event, she's trying to keep her chin up. She tweeted, quote, trauma is real. I'm still traumatized from losing my mom, dad, and one of my grandmothers, and on top of that, being shot. I'm not open about anything on the internet, usually because I like to keep my emotions private, but I'm reaching my limit. I'm going to keep staying positive. So, if you followed this story yesterday, Megan was tweeting a lot. She feels very strongly about what's going on, as she should. Fans are still going off in our comments debating whether Megan is telling the truth even now. Courtney, what do you make of this story?
I think every single person that wants to defend Tory Lanez should jump into a garbage can and then shut the lid. Alex, I don't really understand what people get out of trying to minimize or state that Megan is lying about being shot. Who lies and purposely places blame on another celebrity that they may or may not have been romantically involved with? Like, who does that? What is the point of Megan Thee Stallion lying about this? What is the point? There literally is a video of her walking with a bloody foot. Like, we all have seen the video. So it's really disgusting to me. Even on Twitter yesterday, like, I responded to a few of her tweets, and there literally is someone, like, in my mentions probably still talking to themselves, trying to figure out, how does Megan know she was really shot by Tory? She was walking away. Like, y'all are dumb. Like, y'all are really dumb. So I'm glad that she is going to continue to stand up for herself. This is someone that's lost her parents and a grandmother. Like, you get what I'm saying? How do y'all look dogpiling on top of someone like that has gone through so much and has given so much to us? The same people that were up there doing the savage dance and body yaddy all over TikTok are some of the same people that are on Twitter over here streaming Tory Lanez's music and saying that Megan is doing too much. Or saying things like, why is Megan still talking about this? If you were shot, I imagine you would talk about it until the person that shot you got justice. That's how I feel, Alex.
Yeah, I think this whole story is very heartbreaking that, Megan has continued to have to defend herself through all of this. I feel like, enough is enough. I think we said it before, take it to the courts, let justice be served. The truth will come out. So I just feel, as Megan stated, she's been through so much, and it's just, I just feel so heartbroken that she has to continue to defend herself throughout this. But the truth will come out. It will. So it always does. Just tough stuff.
Believe victims. Let's say that. Let's end on that. Believe the victims, because we weren't there. So why would you go against the victim?
Right. There is the evidence will come out. With any case, there is evidence. There is a procedure of discovering who is guilty and who is charged. So leave it to the courts.
Not me.
All right. Right. Okay. On that note, that is all we have to spill today. But don't worry, we'll be back on Monday, same time, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, to have a little tea, spill a little tea, and all that in between. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments below. We love to read them. And Courtney, if they want more of you after the show, where can they find you?
If you want more of me after the tea, just find me on social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I got a podcast episode that just came out. And also my YouTube channel. Just take my name right there, type it up top. It all comes up. Where can they find you, Shipman?
You can find me on all social media just like that, at Alex Shipman. And it's time to wash this tea off our hands, Courtney. Everyone have a beautiful and safe weekend, and I'll see you Monday.
Over here. Anyway, we'll see you guys on Monday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And now it's time to wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. Hands, man. You better wash your hands. Wash your hands. You better wash.